All right, I have some post-deadline rumblings and news, and then I got tonight's lineup for you. And we're on the West Coast. They're playing the Mariners. It's going to be some late-night games, but I think Wednesday might be a mid-afternoon game. But let's get to the rumblings first, and I think you might find this interesting. And the Yankees, I mean, we know they wanted to move some guys, but they really went aggressive to try to overhaul a bunch of the roster. Like, they were aggressive trying to shop Gleyber Torres, Aaron Hicks, Josh Donaldson, even Miguel Andujar. They couldn't find tickets for any of them, unfortunately. But I am hearing that he's willing to add some significant prospects to move Josh Donaldson's deal. So they said, I'm hearing that from some Yankee folks that he might be, he's going to be aggressive trying to move him this offseason, as well as Hicks will likely be very easier to move. But it sounds like Hicks' days are numbered once the season's over. And they mentioned a couple names like Davy Garcia, Anthony Sigler, Josh Bro, some guys like that. The willingness to add maybe two of those guys to soften the load on the amount of money that they would take back for an Aaron Hicks contract. So they're willing to add prospects to Hicks too, probably higher end prospects to Donaldson. But that I can see them being pretty aggressive trying to move both of these guys in the offseason. And again, they tried moving Gleyber Torres, and they couldn't find any interest in Miguel Andujar, which was surprising. So, but that's kind of the rumblings right now. So I expect Hicks to be gone at the end of the season, and there's a good chance that Donaldson might be too, but we'll see. Now, let's get over to the lineup. We have DJ LeMahieu leading off, playing first base. Aaron Judge batting second in right field. Matt Carpenter's DHing, batting third, so Anthony Rizzo's still out. Josh Donaldson's batting cleanup, playing third base. Gleyber Torres batting playing second base, batting fifth. Andrew Benintendi's batting sixth in left field. Jose Trevino's at the dish, batting seventh. IKF is batting eighth at shortstop. And Aaron Hicks in center field, batting ninth. And on the mound, on the hill, Jamison Tyone. And again, this is game 1 of 3 against the Seattle Mariners. So it's going to be a tough test too. They added at the deadline some underrated pieces, but they got better. Obviously, but Luis Castillo was their big get. But it's going to be a tough series again. And they're in Seattle territory now. They're not in the Bronx. So, but that's the lineup for the Yankees. You let me know what you think. I still think... I guess leading DJ off is okay, but I would be batting Benintendi behind him. Or leading off Benintendi and batting DJ second. So, I don't know why, I don't see the point of putting Benintendi so low. But I guess they have some kind of reason to their madness with the lineups. And I do think the Yankees are going to make some moves one way or another. I mean, this offseason definitely, but even, incremental pieces before the postseason run, so they can really solidify what they want their roster to look like when the postseason hits. And so obviously I'll be putting them out, so please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet. And if you do, hit the notification bell as well. That way you don't miss it. So if something comes out live time, you'll get it. And I like to put stuff out immediately. But I probably will not go live after these games, because it's going to be like almost 2 o'clock in the morning East Coast time. So if I do, I do. But I'll be recapping it in the morning one way or another. And then we'll kind of get back on schedule. But even though Wednesday's game is an earlier afternoon, I think it's a 4 o'clock game. So I'll be live streaming that one afterward. And then we'll get back to a regular schedule. The West Coast is a little harder, obviously. So since it's 3 hours later here on the East Coast. So, and I got little kids. I got to do camp duty, breakfast duty, and all that stuff. And it's hard to be going to bed at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning to do that. But anyway, you'll get the updates in one way or another anyway. But hopefully the Yankees will get themselves back on track. We really need them to do that. But let me know what would your lineup look like, and what do you think of the moves that Cashman? He really tried to overhaul a chunk of the roster, and theoretically, that would have been fantastic. And I obviously, theoretically, but it's going to be really, really hard to do that. A lot of these guys don't really have much trade value. So, but the fact that he wants to attach prospects to, at the very least, Donaldson and Hicks, that might be able to facilitate a deal. But obviously, the teams are going to want their desired prospects. So we'll see if he's willing to fork that up. Talk to you guys later.